Right, dudes and dudettes, we have got the Conference League back. I'm getting this feeling that there's so many matches over the course of this period. It's just mental to keep up with this rhythm. But unfortunately, we already need to forget Udinese because we've got Vitesse on Thursday. This is just, and then we've got the Derby. It's just mental. It's just absolutely mental. There are too many matches, don't get me wrong. It's great for us, but it's not that great for the players. The players are tired, and it's not that great for them playing these amount of matches. But unfortunately, as we always said, they're professional football players, and this is what they need. This is their job. This is what they earn for. So, I can't find an excuse of them whinging because they're playing too many matches. But the reality is, I do think that we've got so many matches to play, and we've got the Conference League back. It's the access to the quarterfinals of this tournament. It's seeing our last performances, especially Udinese. I'm like, how the hell are we winning this? But then sometimes, like the performance against Atalanta in that aggressive way, good defensive, or like the performance against Atalanta in December, I'm like, oh yeah, we will crush every single team that we face in the Conference League. It's hard and it's not hard at the very same time. And this is why the biggest mistake that the players can make in 2 days is going, right, I have got a massive advantage and I'm gonna sleep until the next Europa Conference League match. See you all soon. That is the biggest mistake that these players can make. Because unfortunately, we're just, people think, we have an advantage, don't get me wrong. We've gotten an advantage from the Netherlands, but we need to keep this advantage, and us going through to the next round is not as easy now that the away goal rule is over. And seeing the way we played against them in the Netherlands, we deserve to concede at least 3 goals. If that is the same approach to Thursday's match, we've got us being on a very risky position, because unlike other teams that we've faced at home at the Olimpico this season, Vitesse are playing their life in Rome in a couple of days. They're not gonna come at the Olimpico and park the bus because they don't have any more chances. They're gonna come at the Olimpico and try to win. That is their objective. It's not a Serie A match. It's not where 1 point is good enough. Vitesse have lost the first match and are definitely an urge to respond. This makes them very aggressive for the match in a couple of days. And their sole objective in that match will be to win. No other objective. They will come there and they will attack. They won't bother about the defense. Because they know that, defense is not important. I need to risk it all and I'm gonna attack. This is where our defense needs to play phenomenally against them in a couple of days. But obviously, if you're new here, what do we do in these previews? I'm going to say my predicted 11 in a bit. I'm just going to talk about the approach to this match, seeing the fact that we've got the Derby again, after this match in a couple of days. And just speaking about Vitesse in a bit, Mourinho's press conference will be covered tomorrow. So set a reminder on that. Before we get to the real juicy part of this preview, obviously smash the like button. If everyone in the live stream right now can smash the like button, it would be amazing. And subscribe if you're watching my face on your screen for the first time. I'm going to talk about the approach, because the approach is a tired approach. I think, yes, we've had 4 days back home, back with their families, back at Trigoria training. I do think that the weight of Udinese, the weight of Vitesse of last week is still in the players' legs. And it's not the great welcome at all, because they're going to be tired. And I don't like to say this because, as I said, I don't find it a good excuse. But the reality is that they will be tired, and they will be tired for this match. They will be tired for the Derby. Fatigue will play a big part, and I said it before over the course of this part of the season, that's for sure. So I do think that we will see some rotations, for the simple reason being that we've got the Derby on Sunday. But at the same time, obviously, don't expect to be there so many rotations as we played against Bodo Glimt a few months ago. There will be a few rotations as you will see from my predicted 11, but at the end of the day, the players are there. The players are those. And those players need to step up against Vitesse in 2 days and against Lazio on Sunday, because they're two of the most important matches of the season. Lazio is to show everyone that this club is the first club of the capital city of Italy and not those blue and white rat bags. And obviously, Vitesse is important to get the access to the quarterfinals. It's so important to get through in this tournament. We've got an Europa League semi-final last season. We need to get far in the Conference League this season. And it's just, we need to try and win this. It's going to be hard, but everything is hard in life. We need to try and win this to save the season in a way. So I expect a good performance from the lads, but I'm going to say it out there, the approach will be a tired approach. And I'm not saying that we'll play the same match as we played against Udinese, because don't get me wrong, with these players anything can happen, but to beat the boring match we played against Udinese, I think you need to be an absolute moron. I'm not saying I expect anything 100% more spectacular than Udinese. I'm for sure expecting Roma to score. I'm for sure expecting Roma to attack and defend well, and not to close themselves down and being absolutely obliterated by Vitesse, just like we were against Udinese. But once again, I'm not expecting a massive, totally different performance from Udinese. I expect a better performance, but some bases of the match against Udinese are still going to be there. AKA, fatigue will play a big part in this match. So, I think mentally, which arguably is way more important than physically, mentally it's great. We are coming from 8/9, if I'm not wrong. 9 results of not losing. Yes, we've drawn and we've lost many points against small clubs, which we need to avoid. But at the end of the day, we're coming from 9 consecutive matches of being unbeaten, which is something to build on. It's something which the players need to be proud of. Yes, performances were abysmal, but, the fact that for 9 consecutive matches we haven't been defeated, it's a good record to bring towards this match, and it's a good ticket to show Vitesse that we want to get in a quarterfinal of the Conference League. So it's definitely something to think about in this match. I think defense-wise, we're great. We conceded a goal against Udinese. Who cares? Defense is great, and no one can say that their defense is better than ours. Our defense is 100% better than ours. Vitesse have got the 3rd worst defense in the Eredivisie. That just puts to mind their defense is weak. And just like we wanted it to do in the first round, but we didn't end up doing much, we have to exploit their defense. If we exploit their defense, the goals will come. And the more goals we score, the more we're basically in the next round. And if we were to score 2 goals, maybe 3, if God descends on the Olimpico in the first half, then I can see rotation happening in the second half. Thinking about the derby as well. So I do think that the first half will play a big part when it comes to goals, when it comes to performance. Because if we were to score 2 goals and not concede any in the first half, then I totally think a lot of players will rest coming towards the derby. Right, I'm going to say my predicted 11. As I said before, there will be a few rotations, not much. The base of the good players will be there, but just bear in mind that we have got Lazio on Sunday, which is the most important match of the season by far. Mainly being because the last time Roma lost 2 consecutive derbies in one season was at least 20 years ago. So we can't allow that to do again, especially in Mourinho's debut year. So I expect a lot of players, big players, to start against Lazio this weekend. But obviously we're not talking about Lazio today, we're talking about Vitesse. My predicted 11, I think we're gonna, against Udinese we played with a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-1-2, and we missed Mkhitaryan, and I'm also going to say that it was risky to play with 3 defenders at the back. Do I think Mourinho will change the scheme? No, I don't. For the simple reason being that, yes, the defense is way more important than the attack over the course of this match, because we need to defend our advantage, but we can't park the bus. Because if we park the bus, we've seen what happens with Vitesse. They're gonna have a lot of chances, and the one chance you give them, they bottle it. The second chance you give them, that guy, what was his name again? Curly-haired guy, absolutely bottled it. Third chance you give to them, absolutely bottled it. The fourth chance you give to them, they will eventually convert it into goals. So we cannot park the bus at all. We need to defend well, and I totally agree that the defense is way more important than the attack, but the attack needs to be there. And Tammy and Zaniolo, if they play, whoever plays in the attacking section needs to be active, needs to press, and needs to bring the entire team forward. Because against Vitesse, against Udinese, we did not do that. So I do think we'll play with 3 defenders at the back, but I think it will be a good balance between all the different sections. 3 defenders at the back, obviously reproducing goal, starting off, big surprises, I don't think. 3 defenders at the back, in my opinion, are going to be Ibanez, Kumbula, and Smalling. I can easily see Smalling resting for the derby, but if Smalling doesn't play, Kumbula and Ibanez look wobbly because they depend a lot on Smalling. And if Smalling doesn't play, Mancini needs to be the leader, and the fact that Mancini needs to be the leader will put him on a lot of pressure, and we've seen Mancini under pressure. He gets yellow cards over yellow cards. And obviously, you know, the yellow cards he gets in these matches, or then if we get onto the next round, calculated in the further rounds. So we can't miss Mancini. This is why I think not having Smalling will have a knock-on effect. Don't get me wrong, out of all the defenders we have, Smalling is the injury-prone player, and we need him for Lazio. But this match is very important as well. This is not a friendly match. This is a very important match. So I do think Smalling will start, and Kumbula will start, and Ibanez will start. Kumbula will start 100%. He got a red card against Atalanta, meaning he missed Udinese. So Kumbula will start, for sure. And if he performs well, I highly think he'll start against Lazio as well. Ibanez will start, because next to Smalling, he is amazing. And Smalling will start in the middle, meaning that Mancini will rest. And Mancini needs to psychologically prepare for Lazio, because he's very aggressive, he's easily put under pressure. And we can't allow that we can't, do that against Lazio. So my 3 defenders at the back are those. 4 midfielders / 5, if you want to put it that way. 4 + 1, which will be more advanced. I'm gonna be risky here, because I'm not putting Zalewski and I'm not putting Korsdorp. This might sound extremely weird, but I think Maitland-Niles will get another chance covering Korsdorp's position, and I think Vigna will get another chance on the other side. I just think Zalewski is too young for these matches. I mean, Vigna's not any better. Obviously, Zalewski is better if you ask me. But I think experience in these matches, as I always said, plays a big part. This is why I think Vigna and Maitland-Niles are playing. Now, playing with 2 fullbacks who love attacking and hate defending does mean that we cannot play Cristante in the middle. If we start Maitland-Niles, Vigna, who don't defend, and put Cristante in the middle, we are in the mud. This is why I'm not putting Cristante. I'm putting Vertu and Oliveira, which are way more rapid, way more swift, and just are way quicker to recover than Cristante if Roma loses the ball, if there's a counter-attack for Vitesse. And the fact that we've got 2 fullbacks which don't defend much mean that we need good defensive midfielders. So I do think Cristante will rest. And I think Maitland-Niles and Vigna will start, and Oliveira and Vertu will start in the middle. Mkhitaryan is back, and we need Mkhitaryan on Thursday and against Lazio, because we've seen what Roma's like without their main creative player. So Mkhitaryan will start just behind Tammy Abraham and Carles Perez. Bam! I surprised you all. Carles Perez is gonna start this match, in my opinion. The reason why Zaniolo's not starting this match is very simple. Let me explain it to you. Right. The reason why Zaniolo's not going to start this match is because Mourinho knows, actually, he knows, and he told Mourinho how much he wants to play the derby. Don't get me wrong, he can play this match and can play the derby with no risk of getting a red card because this is a Conference League match, the derby is a Serie A. Oh, right. Oliveira got a red card in the last ECL match. You are an absolute legend. And you know what? I'm not starting Cristante either way. I'm starting Bove. We cannot allow Cristante to play. They are a very fast team. I would much rather Cristante start against Lazio. Lazio are a way more slower team than Vitesse. So we need fast midfielders. So Bove will start. Shout out to you because I completely forgot about that. Cheers, mate. So Bove, Bertu, Maitland-Niles and Vigna and Mkhitaryan in the midfielders. Tammy up front with Carles Perez, not Zaniolo, because Zaniolo has told Mourinho how much he wants to play the derby. For the simple reason being that he's got a massive conflict between him and Lazio fans. And he knows he's working on his attitude, as he said. And he knows that if he plays a bad match against Vitesse, it will have a clear knock-on effect on Lazio. And this is a smart move. This is why, in my opinion, I'm not Mourinho. In my opinion, he shouldn't start this match. Because he is one of those players who, if doesn't perform well in one match, then 2 days later we've got Lazio and he's not going to perform well because he's still thinking about that match. He played shit against Udinese, and if he plays shit against Vitesse, against Lazio we can even not start Zaniolo because of his mentality. This is why it's, in my opinion, it's important to not start Zaniolo because he can have a full week to focus on Lazio and prepare the good rivalry which will come with the Lazio fans. You will see, I mean, if you're at the stadium, if you're watching at home, you will see a lot of chants against Zaniolo. A lot. Towards Zaniolo's mother, towards Zaniolo's family, towards Zaniolo himself. You will see that a lot. And I will try and capture that in the derby because it will 100% happen. This is why he needs to rest this match to become like, boom, that Cristiano Ronaldo mentality for the derby. And obviously, it wouldn't surprise me if he starts this match because it means Mourinho wants to, not risk anything, But this is my predicted 11 and I am not starting Zaniolo. Carles Perez started great against Udinese the 10 minutes he played. He dribbled, he crossed the ball in many times. So I think I'd give him another chance. So, yeah, I think this is my predicted 11. Rui Patricio in goal, Smalling, Kambula and Ibanez in defense. Vigna, Bove, Vertu and Maitland-Niles just behind Mkhitaryan, just behind Tammy and Carles Perez. Obviously, it doesn't surprise me if Shomurodov starts, if Felix starts, but I just don't expect Zaniolo to start. And also because he needs to rest in general, because I think he's playing too many matches. So, yeah. Does this mean we can underestimate him? No. We need to play as if it was the first round, as if nothing happened. I think the players don't need to think about the first match they played, because yes, we do have a tiny advantage, but now that the away goal doesn't count anymore, it's basically Vitesse just need one goal to go to extra time. So obviously we need to score, we need to defend, and we need to play our chances, risk, and try and get in a quarterfinal of a Conference League, first edition of the Conference League. And right, ladies and gentlemen, I will catch you tomorrow for Mourinho's press conference reaction, which is the day before the Conference League second leg. Obviously, if anyone missed the first leg, it ended 1-0 to us. Oliveira scored, and Oliveira also got a red card. So shout out to Cali.h52 for the reminder. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Subscribe if you haven't already. 40% of you guys watching these videos aren't yet subscribed. Please subscribe if you want an opportunity to follow this channel on, on this team as an English language. If you're Italian, want an opportunity to learn this language by following your passion, your team, subscribe. It is a good opportunity to do so. And like the live stream as soon as it becomes a video as well, and comment in the comments your own predicted 11. Follow me on Instagram at @TheRomaGuy_, and I will catch you in less than 24 hours for Mourinho's press